Deltarune's first chapter came out a good 3 years after Undertale took the world over by storm and presented itself as not quite a sequel and not really a prequel either, but an alternative take on this world and these characters, not much unlike a lot of the fan-made AUs the mid to late 2010s were fraught with. Now, this was my introduction to the franchise, the main reason for that being it was free, and I was like 13. 13-year-old me was an interesting little chap, and by that I mean, like not at all. The only really interesting thing about that piece of shit was just how goddamn interesting he was. I think I might have mentioned this when you visited a few weeks ago, maybe not, it's hard to remember sometimes, but 2017 to 2019-ish is the only era of my life I feel any sort of nostalgia, any sort of warmth towards. And it's not because those were necessarily good years for me, because, well, they weren't, but they were the years that I finally started to grow into my own, so to speak. The years I finally got something I had spent the rest of my empty, soulless life not feeling like I truly had. The years I finally had found something worth living for. See, I had known up to this point that I wanted to make games, but it wasn't something I'd ever really considered an actual possibility for me. It was just a childish dream straggling around in the back of my mind somewhere. Not unlike an NFL fan wanting to make it as an all-star player, or a comic book nerd wanting superpowers, or even this little fucker wanting a world championship. I didn't really have anything going on in my life, so I spent most of my time online, which that really surprised you. And my personal favorite game is Super Paper Mario, and I've started seeing a lot of people comparing the antagonist of that game to this newfangled Jevil guy from Deltarune, so when I checked it out, I noticed, hey, this game looks a lot like those Mario and Luigi RPGs from my childhood, and I adore those games, so since this is free, I should actually try it out. And I haven't recovered since. This is the game that sort of made me realize, hey, it really is possible for just a handful of people on their own to make something great, to make a difference. And I owe it pretty much everything for that.